We'll get into it strong, yeah, man. We have a lot to talk about.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 12 of the NaiSai podcast. It is me, Dave the MC, alongside Shukid and Harry Lee.
Harry Lee.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for looking like we were lost, but we are back.
Like we never left.
We never went anywhere.
Najua mtaka kwanza with the shade. This is not the shade
room. No. That we've already taken care of that.
How have you guys been though, man?
Harry, I've been good. Better than the previous weeks. Things are looking good too on my side, Triania. Meeting new people, blah blah blah.
Nice. When people say things are looking good, it means Harry's either made some money or is about to make some money. So,
or
life in general.
You have my number.
Or
you have my number.
Harry uko peke yako kwa nyumba kweli?
Yo.
Uko peke yako?
Amevukisha mtu boda.
Yo, Dev. Sure, Dev is a funny nigga by the way. Kuna kitu ili happen last episode, the lost files. Nakisho, this nigga is funny.
The lost files.
Who's funny?
Dev is a funny nigga. Just know that.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
But Nico Solo, yeah.
Tukuamini hadi. Uliaka mtu kwa nasikia ni gari za viazi zinabeba watu.
No, I just mean my
cross county borders,
days imetakuwa boring like they were, yani just still not fully adjusted to corona quarantine shit. But now
when is this supposed to end?
They said 30 days. I can't remember. I believe they said it right at the beginning of the month.
Inafaisha this month, but maybe this is just the new way of living.
Mwisho wa hii mwezi, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm not wrong, I think mwisho wa hii mwezi is when it's supposed to end.
We'll see.
Supposed to or be postponed again. Basically, the announcement. Let's not say when it's supposed to end. When the next announcement is made, is at the end of the month. But from what I've been hearing, and from people's general reactions, I don't know, man. Everything has really been okay for me until today. Today in particular, which is strange. Today is when I decided to watch the Dave Chappelle. You guys have seen 846? Yeah, for some reason I got into a lot of that and a lot of the stuff, like the Black Lives stuff. I just felt like so much is going on, and man, I just feel like bado. I don't know. It's more than just corona at this stage. It's not just the corona that's keeping us home, I think, or the staying home from corona is causing so much, but today is one of those days that I just felt like, what the fuck is really actually going on?
Yeah, those days exist. So yeah, man. But let's get into the entertaining stuff first. The Premier League is back for those of us who watch football. Football came
Yawn.
Shut up.
Yawn.
Shut up. Hey,
I'm the only dude that doesn't watch
ball. You don't know
ball.
Greatness. Where would you greatness? Where to be?
I also don't watch.
Really? No, Harry, you can be excused for UFC and boxing. Who na watching
zero
basketball, bro.
NBA is not coming back. NBA is not coming back. It's not coming.
Yo,
when is the
it might
NBA
not
coming
come back just yet. Because NBA guys, they taking care of themselves too much. How could desperate cause yourself? Watu wa FIFA walikuwa wameanza kulala njaa. So lazima ligi irudi.
Unasema watu wa betting walikuwa nalala njaa?
Watu wa betting. Is betting even still allowed?
Yeah, but these guys have to pay taxes to the government.
So now let me ask you, since the games, FIFA wamesema games
Although I'm not
zinaendelea,
sure.
but there's no audience.
Although I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But continue.
So there's no audience for the games that's going on right now.
Yeah, they're playing in empty stadiums.
Yeah, no audience.
Empty stadiums. How do you? I don't know if you guys know the business of it, but how do you think
empty
that?
empty stadiums with I think piped in crowd noise.
Hata MMA,
So you guys are still watching
people,
empty stadiums, and I'm not scared to happen.
Yeah, but at least there's sports to watch now.
yeah.
Guys,
Most of the money inakuja through advertisements on TV, so they have to figure a way to just bring back the
Shoo,
sports,
don't be a
even
hater, man.
I'm not being a hater. I'm just asking. Mna watch FIFA Cup Bill Cosby says.
Okay, Ebu ask Harry the same question. How has he been watching UFC?
UFC, no need for audience actually in the UFC.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because like watching the fights, actually, it's different. And I think soccer is also possible without the. Itakuwa too weird at first.
Yeah, it will be weird. Same thing with basketball.
Because now, like watching the fights and then someone gets knocked out, to shows where there's this shouts from the background that we hear from the crowd. Like in this now, someone knocked out and you just hear the impact of the kick or the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of strange, but it's still dope. I don't know about soccer though.
Apart from I was making fun about the sounds and stuff like that.
I had kuna soccer match that was played, and they were using background voices.
That's what I'm saying. Like piped in noises, like crowd noises, like they just.
That's weird. Yeah. I wouldn't want that. I'd rather watch the game nikijua kuna audience na isikue, because that makes me feel like I'm watching a sitcom.
How?
Like, so there's no one there, but then you're just playing some sounds of like.
Yeah, we can clearly tell there's no one there. I think that's just like to create that atmosphere.
Nah, I'd rather just know there's no one there and not hear nothing.
Yeah,
Harry, are you trying to say that UFC is the same without the crowds?
No, but really, unajua, like, acha nikushow on the UFC, see, like when there's a knockout and then they show the replay inakujaga without much of the crowd. So we are kind of like used to seeing impacts without noise, unaona. But I don't think it's the same for soccer, because I just don't know. Itakuwa too weird for like the first time you're watching it, but after one or two matches you're like, okay, this is not so bad. Because kama when you fan wa soccer, you're going to enjoy watching the matches, crowd or no crowd. That's why it's only weird for the athletes. Because hiyo kitu hata throw off a lot of the fighters,
I can tell.
Soccer players,
I can tell.
When I find weird,
even wrestling.
No.
Even wrestling.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Dave. You're watching wrestling.
So fucking weird. Yeah.
Dave, you watch. I know you watch wrestling. How's wrestling?
I do know wrestling is weird without the audience.
No, it feels weird, but I think what they've done, Juicy, is like have other wrestlers come in and like act as part of the crowd.
Audience.
Okay, but you know what's so funny about wrestling having no crowd? They still have to do the promos where they're talking.
Hey, they're
promoting a future match, like
oh yeah, because wrestling has
and there's nobody there, so they're like, dude, why are you screaming? You can just walk to this guy and whisper.
Yeah,
man.
Using the microphone and there's nobody in there. Like it's just weird to say.
Yeah.
I honestly, the last time I watched wrestling, honestly, I was in like class 3, bro. I won't even lie.
Sawa grown up.
Ulikuwa kitambo sana.
Sawa grown up.
But unajua WWE hata iliendelea to go on even before the UFC. Like it almost didn't stop wrestling. something. Like Vince
No, of
McMahon.
course it is. I think
It's
if we're not wrong, wrestling is the most expensive sport, or the highest paying or highest grossing sport of all of them.
I don't know about paying, but
I don't
I know it's the most lucrative.
paying. It depends. It depends on like who you
But
are.
they're the highest
Like for
grossing.
someone
Like
like for someone like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is actually
John Cena,
one of the higher
the
paid
big names.
people. John Cena is also one of the higher paid people. Like these top.
No, I'm saying like WrestleMania hivi na
WrestleMania.
let's say
WrestleMania
a Premier League
Yeah.
semi-final or final.
Yeah.
Like which one is gonna more audience, like entrance tickets sold?
from what I've heard, from what I've heard and what I've researched, I was surprised. That's what got me not necessarily back interested into wrestling, but that's what made me give wrestling the attention again, because I learned that wrestling breaks in so much money in the sports world. That's kujua. I thought it would be like, I thought it would be NBA or NFL. Wrestle, the amount of money wrestling makes, and
wrestling makes a lot of money.
Is too much.
Because I'm sure hata kama maybe Premier League, a big match ya Premier League iko more people in the building, najua still wrestling tickets are more expensive than the
Oh, much more expensive. There's a day there's a day I just randomly decided to check Maju, like when I was Maju. Then I'm like, bruh, hey, nikachota I think like 30K
for a ticket.
30K for a ticket for WrestleMania.
Like main wrestlers?
For WrestleMania.
You attended, ama you just saw the price?
I just saw the price and I was like, nope, let me just wait. Let me just wait until I'm older.
Hiyo 30 G's ni uko nosebleeds huko, hautagotea na
rest.
Now let me ask you.
It's still not VIP pale mbele.
Your 30 G's, was it like major wrestlers, regular wrestlers? Like
no. This is for WrestleMania. WrestleMania, like
the big names,
the big show.
But Najua, it's still very far from VIP. Like
it was far.
It's still
Kukwa pale mbele, I'm sure. No. Kukwa pale mbele, I'm sure it's even like 100K. I'm pretty sure it's like 100K.
Yeah, boxing. That's why people like Floyd Mayweather really have money.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think human beings are saddest, things that actually insult pain and stuff like that. Because nasikianga kambele just to be at the front of like
ringside, eh?
Yeah, kupata ringside, and it's almost the same with NBA, but I guess NBA tickets aren't as high.
No, I think NBA tickets are also high. Like courtside
they're quite
tickets.
high, but sika resona boxing.
Of course.
Would you say because wrestling is like and not to bring a race issue, but do you think because wrestling is white dominated and white fans really come out for that stuff, do you think that could be basketball is Nick oriented? Yes, white people still come.
No,
but wrestling is like rock. Angalia rock music, for example. We don't really talk about rock artists on the daily. Like ile pesa rock artists wako nayo, bro.
Yeah, but that's more of tours. Like we know for a fact that artists make most of their money from touring. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure rock and roll artists. I'm sure rock and roll artists are like super rich based off of just touring alone.
And then rock artists, man, like rock fans are purists, mbaya sana, and they show love so much. Like a rock band,
let's take it away from rock.
Kiasi, they can do concerts. Like they don't do regular shows, man.
Yeah. Let's take it away from rock. Look at white rappers. Mm-hmm. They got support from their people. There's a thing about white people and actually purchasing their products. Mm-hmm. Eminem, Vanilla Ice.
You know, start the problem with rap, especially like in the US. It's usually the record deals. The artist gets effed most of the time compared to like rock fans, yani.
Yeah.
Rock artists.
Yeah.
That's the difference with Akongalia, like how they make their money. But to answer your question about wrestling, Sidani, it has anything to do with wrestling. Kitu that helps them so much need the characters. Because Najwa, like
it's
if
the
the Rock,
it's a lot of things.
Goes there,
yeah, but
yeah. If the Rock goes there, he's like the main event and this big superstar, and it's not necessarily white. It's just the characters that people buy into.
Like
Rey Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, when they have the belts and they're main eventing, wasa wanakuja and these guys are loved hivyo. Like wrestling fans are wanna like, oh, he's white. That's why we like Eddie Guerrero, ama Rey Mysterio.
But let's the highest paid wrestler.
No, The Rock.
Right now,
The Rock is one of those people who started in wrestling and then took a chance by going to Hollywood. So him, ako league yake peke yake. Him,
but in Hollywood,
him,
yeah,
Batista,
he's one of the most highest paid in
him,
Hollywood,
Batista, and John Cena are now the successful people like wametoka Reso and Hollywood.
So who would be the like the pure wrestler that's probably the
Brock
highest
Lesnar.
paid?
Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar also competed in the UFC.
Yeah.
What about people like? What happened to people like? And I know Jomi Sareso yangu ni ya kitambo kidogo. Are people like I almost said Macaulay Culkin. What's the name of this guy? Steve Hulk Hogan. Are people like Hulk Hogan comfortable?
No, dude, that guy's so retired, man.
Hogan retired like in the.
Is he still comfortable of like wrestling?
No.
So you have to look for a new hustle. You start.
No,
I
think these some of these guys, if they made because okay, for Hogan, after Hogan na colleague yake, because he did movies in the 80s also. No, he did movies in the 80s and 90s. Na alikuwa na wrestle bado. Then he had a TV show with his family. So kona pesa just coming in from like different places.
Dude, like Steve Austin.
Stone Cold, he has a podcast. So kwa sawa. That's his hustle now.
Utafanya watu wafikiri sisi wenye tuko
But
na
honestly,
podcast,
like it's like a small window of WWE superstars who live comfortably on Shattered.
Very small window.
Yeah, because you have to be this guy who is a superstar main eventing WrestleMania.
So Reso is almost one of those things that you live good while you're active in it. Beyond it, inaweza kuwa kablanda kiasi.
No, if you
have to play the game very well. If you
save your money, you have to play
someone
the
like
game well.
Okay, back in the day, I remember someone like X-Pac or Booker T. Could they be good? Would they probably be good right now?
Booker T has a podcast. X-Pac has a podcast. A lot of these wrestlers now have podcasts. So them they're okay.
Yeah.
Like they can't. If you're asking if they can be broke, it's almost impossible that they be broke. Maybe they can't.
It's impossible. Especially
mtu kama mansion life, but
especially mtu kama Brock Lesnar, who has his own private jet.
See, if you've told me Brock Lesnar is like the highest paid.
Right now he is.
Brock Lesnar is not wrestling. Enough.
So
he's not wrestling.
Cena is not wrestling. See, yako Hollywood say.
Cena is not wrestling.
Cena is not wrestling. He hasn't retired, but he's not active.
Actually, just I saw this documentary, Undertaker. I think he's fully retired now.
I've been watching it.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good now. It's funny that it may take so long to retire. Finally.
Do you know those are the things that made me like?
I don't know what to do next. If
those are amongst the things that
he'll no, you know what I think Undertaker will do, like after he's retired now, he'll do the same thing Shawn Michaels is doing. Atafunza the younger wrestlers. He'll coach them.
He'll coach them. Van Damme, like a sensei almost.
Yeah, and that's what I think Undertaker will end up doing also.
But Sasa, people like Undertaker, the reason I stopped watching wrestling that early. Man, CG Undertaker amekuja in a coffin. Mara he's dead. Mara he's not dead. Burnt on fire. Bro, that shit was just way too much for me. That's how I watch Unachiki Fast and the Furious. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people that watches every Fast and the Furious franchise.
I've also done
I
that.
watch it in disbelief na maswali too.
Yeah,
Don't
I've also
even
done
watch
that.
any of those movies with me. I'm those guys that's always like, what's son? He's driven a Bugatti out of Burj Khalifa. So those are the things that just got me off it. So I'm not even gonna lie. Although for the time I did watch it was really interesting. I remember I was a big fan of Steve Austin and X-Pac, Booker T. That's my era of wrestling that I can remember, man.
I think I stopped watching like after discovering UFC, like maybe 8-9 years ago. Around time CM Punk was leaving. You remember that, Dave? Yeah, because
2014,
2013 there, his run was dope. Okay. But now I was also getting deep into UFC and blah blah blah. So it's not like I was looking at wrestling like it's fake, but like, yo, I'm still these guys bleed every time, blah blah blah.
Anyone who doesn't
but I
know,
kept watching.
Anyone who doesn't know wrestling is scripted by now. So you know I'm being in.
Yes, that's the other part. I'm like, okay, I know we all know it's scripted.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen this meme? There's a particular meme it's been going around, I think, the last few days. Flani. It's a GIF, actually, not a meme. GIF, when he doesn't even take his hands out his pocket. It's some Johnny Cage looking ass nigga. I tried to Fukuoka pocket. Like, I'll send it to you guys. We'll post it on the. I'll look for it. I'll post it on the the NaiSai pages for everyone that's listening to check it out. Hilarious. I find it hilarious, and we all know it's so scripted.
Yeah,
but you can't be that guy because you used to watch. So, like
I
me,
guess
as much as I don't follow it right now, because I watched it for like a huge part of my life. So now, like teenagers and even some grown-ups who are watching it, you can't be that guy who's like, oh, where don't I watch it? It's like being that old guy who's like hating on the new hip hop kabisa.
Fam. The rumor was about the late President Moy was that he used to watch wrestling.
Yeah,
that was the rumor. So me, I don't care what anyone tells me. I think I'll watch wrestling for the rest of my life.
Dude, I have an uncle who has like probably every main event since 2000. I'm
a super fan.
In DVDs.
Uyo is super fan.
And I'm not saying WrestleMania. I'm saying all the events. Unaona, maybe CDs zingine hapo kwa keja zifanyi, but that's just because they're old.
Even me, I used to collect.
He watches every WWE event. Every. And he has like 3 kids, 4 kids. He's a professor and anafundisha mayuni, but he watches wrestling. Every
I used to collect those things, but not like that. That is super fun.
But in my own defense,
you can just keep for
my defense, or if it's just me explaining myself. I really have shitty watching habit, bro, because I don't watch much. I really don't watch a lot of stuff. That's why I like podcasts. I think I listen more. I do more audiobooks. Watching, I'm not a fan of watching. You watched? Even a lot of shows. What's the
last thing you watched?
Movie or series?
The last thing I watched, if I have to be 100% honest, the best way I can describe stuff that I like, I just like nigga shit. That's why I like battle rap. That's why I like stuff like power. But that's why I like stuff like so I'm really inclined to like youthful, young, and then I like nigga shit, gangster shit. Show me some, drug deals and stuff like that. I don't know why. I don't know. It's not necessarily the best influence.
Okay.
But that's just where I'm inclined to, especially with the material I watch. It's hard for me to watch a lot of. Man, I have a lot of friends that like this medieval stuff, and I'm like, bro, how do you even relate? Like,
dude, you're not going to hate on Game of Thrones right now, bro.
Fuck Game of Thrones, bro. I'm that 1%. I'm that 1%.
No.
I'm
That's
not.
how unasema
tell you,
gangster
let me
shit.
tell you.
No.
Dude, there's a lot of
Okay.
Back when I still had a girl, bro. Me and my
let's-
Sure,
girl
you
told
need to
ourselves.
give it a chance.
let's
Gangster
Let me tell
shit
you, me and
and
my girl,
all that
we
shit
said we're
goes
going to
down
get
for Game of Thrones, bro.
Thrones from season 1 because everyone's talking about it. It must be
Okay,
good.
sure. Let me give you. Let me give you a recommendation.
Mhm.
Just watch up to season 5. The rest was trash. It goes up to
Do you know what I also don't get about the medieval
it
stuff
goes up to
sometimes?
I think it goes up to season 8 or season 9, but just watch 1 to 5. That's my.
Do you know what I
Dude,
sometimes don't understand about shows like Game of Thrones? And I'll give you. Did you guys ever watch Blood and Oil?
No.
Nah,
Game of
I
Thrones,
know
where's
of
Game
it,
of
but I
Thrones
didn't watch.
based? Where's Game of Thrones based? Like, what's the setting?
It's a fictional. It's based on books that have been written like by.
I know, but like,
It's
sorry,
fictional.
geographically, I'm saying
England,
geographically.
Nah.
England,
England, but the names are
yeah, the
fictional.
towns are fictional, but
Yeah,
it sounds like England.
sounds like England mostly.
Ireland, Evie, or something.
Yeah.
So
England or
what I've
Ireland.
never really understood with some shows that are like American based, but then they have these English accents, it really throws me off because I'm wondering like what's going on over here.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you what's
get it.
dope. Let me tell you what's dope about Game of Thrones. The story. You just have to overlook I don't fuck with the time period, the shit, but just follow the story. Achana na everything else you don't fuck with about
But
it.
again, watch up to season 5.
It has a fucking dope story.
The rest was trash.
Alafu characters, dude.
So me, I'm that one
some
guy.
evil motherfuckers in there.
You have to remember, you're talking to that guy who's only ever seen one Harry Potter, bro.
Fam.
So like my watching habits are really that whack.
You're watching.
I really don't have patience for stuff because I get bored when the moment I just see some stuff that I feel like I'm not relating or understanding or getting what's going on. But one show that I think was out of the norm of what I usually watch is a show called Harlots. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Harlots.
Which one?
Harlots.
Nope.
Oh, Harlots.
Yeah.
Wait, you liked Harlots?
For some reason, I liked it, and I think that's the closest to Game of Thrones I've ever got.
Yeah, Dave, you know about this show?
Nope.
What do you think, Harry? Since you've seen it, is it a good show?
Oh no, you're saying you've watched it. Like me, I've seen a few episodes, like the first
I really liked it. I binge
episode,
watched it, bro. I binge watched it from season 1 to I think I got to season 3. I don't know if they have more, but that's one of the most diverse.
This show is about prostitutes.
Now you try binge watching Game of Thrones season 1 to 5 in a weekend.
I'll give it another shot.
I'm not saying do that because I did that in campus, but just watch
I'll give it a shot. To be honest, I'll give it a shot. People have spoken about it so much. I like to give good film a shot. So I'll go ahead and give it a shot.
And also something called Money Heist.
No, that one. Don't watch that one.
Why? You didn't like it?
This podcast is not for life. You do not lie on this podcast.
Dev, your Money Heist, is it like the actors speaking in English or Spanish?
Bruh,
let me tell you the truth, Harry.
No.
Let me give you guys my experience. Around October last year.
Yeah.
Maybe October or before October, I can't remember. Around that period, I went to Shag. So before I was going to Shags, I was like, I know internet out there might be a problem getting a lot of movies. That's also how I got to watch Harlem, to be honest, because a lot of what I carried with me is what I binge watched. So Money Heist happened to be one of the seasons that I carried, and I carried season 1 to 3. I'm not gonna deny that I watched the entire thing, but just like Fast and the Furious, I kept on watching it like, the fuck? What is this? Like I was watching it agitated. I wasn't watching it entertained. So even as I've come back to the city and I thought to myself, since I already watched season 1 to 3, I'll probably be interested in season 4. Bro, I couldn't even get through the first like 10 minutes. I couldn't.
Damn.
I know they have a new season. I just couldn't.
All right.
It does. This is a Komani heist. What happens? Like, are they robbing?
Bruh, I've
Ni kama
only
Ocean's 11?
watched 2 episodes. I'm the wrong person to ask.
No, the whole thing is like Ocean's 11, Amo.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Not
like
really Ocean's 11.
it's like a not Ocean's 11. It's a stupider Prison Break. You
Yeah.
remember how
Yeah.
in Prison Break,
Pretty much.
you remember how in Prison Break they kept on making it out, but then still kept on finding a reason
something
to
happens.
go back
No.
in.
Something happens and then they have to go back.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's a stupider Prison Break. Prison Break looked like it had a plot until
Hey, but
season 4.
Prison Break was a gangster show, man.
Yeah, the first 2 seasons
I
are
don't know if it's
fucking
because
great.
we were young, but Prison Break Walitushika. I'm not gonna lie. Schofield.
Maybe it's because
The character.
Maybe it's because
Yeah,
we were
because
young.
like right now you can actually still rewatch the first season because it's still dope, and even the second one where they're being hunted.
But
I
they
think
fumbled the bag.
Mid season 3, season 4, you're like, okay, they're just dragging this thing. When I watched,
or we had grown up, but by season 4 it was just like, hey, you can't be breaking back into jail.
No, I think
niggas are still getting arrested.
No, I think it's because we're grown ups now. So.
And then also, the thing Prison Break kept on doing, and I think this is what people said about I don't know if it's the same way with for those of you who have watched Game of Thrones. Prison Break, what they also kept on doing to us is they kept on killing some of our favorite characters. Now, your Prison Break, much as Schofield was that guy, Bill out to come home. You know, they killed the Mexican guy. They killed so many people that we actually liked. So Prison Break,
and
by the time
T-Bag managed to survive.
What happened to T-Bag? Something happened.
T-Bag managed to survive all that.
So Prison Break, Bilam to cut T-Bag. How is it to bear? You just can't.
Yeah.
No, T-Bag alikuwa na career show because he was like the second favorite after Schofield.
Yeah.
So what happened to T-Bag in season 4? I think he eventually ended up almost getting in, and I think that's why it got boring to us. Because G. Schofield electrocute or something to help his brother. I remember some bullshit like that.
Anyway,
that chick, that girlfriend, the moment they involve like love and stuff like that in the series, it's ruined. So Schofield fell in love with that. Was her name Tancredi or some shit like that? He fell in love with her.
I don't remember, bro.
Sarah.
Yeah, I think she was called Sarah.
Yeah, but Prison Break, the first 2 seasons are a classic, and then after they are
those ones.
However,
those ones you can rewatch.
So off the top, since we're talking about series, I don't know if we had planned to talk about series, but what would you guys say are like maybe your top 2 or top 3 series, or series you definitely recommend someone to watch from the beginning to the end? Don't say Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad doesn't count. That's everyone's favorite.
Beginning to the end.
Yeah, everyone loves Breaking Bad. Don't tell me you didn't watch it.
Beginning to the end.
No, Breaking Bad is dope.
Breaking Bad was fire. Dave, you haven't watched Breaking Bad to the end?
No, I never watched
series.
I never watched it to the end.
I highly recommend you do.
Let's see if I can remember any series off top.
Did you guys watch Weeds?
Yeah, Weeds I remember.
I'd also recommend that from start to end.
Hey, bro, I'd have to look into like the CDs I collected. I'd have to look into that.
The thing.
But Empire, I've watched almost start to end. Power, I've done the same thing.
Power, I'm a fan of Power. I'm not gonna talk on Empire, but Power.
Use a hater of the Lions.
I stopped watching Empire season 1, bro.
Why?
And then Empire inaanza like it has a story, like it has this
it starts with a story, but I'm sure by season 3
to get to.
But season 3
no, it doesn't,
bro.
It doesn't, bro. Like season 1 inaisha poa, and then season 2, and then I think somewhere there you una realize, okay, there's nothing we're going to get to kwa series. It's like the writers
and don't get me wrong,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Alicia Keys, I don't like.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like season 3,
I like, honestly,
like from season 3, it ilianza kubo. So
yeah, just kufika season 3. Honestly, season 1, the thing about Empire that I personally didn't like. I can remember how season 1 started with what's his name? I forget his name. The guy with the box cut that looks like Kidding. I guess he was like the main star. Vilali kuja akishuka hizo stairs, akiapproach bro.
The youngest son.
Yeah, it just felt so plastic to me. So much as I love Taraji, I really love Taraji. I love the main actor. What's his name? Timothy. What was
Terrence Howard?
What was the name? Terrence Howard. I love them, but I won't lie. Empire, honestly, just from the beginning, it really didn't work for me. And I tried. I kept on watching episode after episode, but season 1, 2, that's all I could manage. When season 2 started, I think I tried watching the first episode. I don't like it. To be honest, one of the reasons that's made me even not become so much of a fan of, stuff like Love and Hip Hop, and what I hated about how they depicted Taraji is when they make black women super, super ghetto. Like, what's
but
she
played it.
Tiffany Haddish.
She played it.
Tiffany Haddish. I was a very big fan of Tiffany Haddish, but Tiffany Haddish has started overtaking these absolutely ghetto black women roles.
But that's her role. That's Tiffany Haddish. When you listen to her life story, when you listen to her life story and watch her
I'm not profiling. I'm not trying to hate. Maybe it's just a me thing, but I personally just don't enjoy it so much, because you see now something like Love and Hip Hop is scripted, so they create these characters. That means we're creating a persona like that in society every day. Tiffany Haddish might be a result of shit like Love and Hip Hop, and much as she's like Love and Hip Hop's age, let's say that's just theoretically speaking. The younger kids that are watching Love and Hip Hop, we're creating those characters. Look at, and I'm sorry to anyone who thinks I'm talking shit or anything, but look at shorties like Megan Thee Stallion. Look at shorties like Lizzo. You can't tell those shorties shit because because television, in my opinion, has perpetrated. And you see what's we might be slipping a little. We might be swaying a little bit off the entertainment side into other stuff. You see, like what's happening to J. Cole. Basically, what's happening is you cannot tell the average black woman shit. And I'm not saying we need to tell them anything, but like it just we've broken the the line of communication. There's no more communication. Black woman wants to bitch at you, trip at you, and that's what stuff like Love and Hip Hop is promoted, and that's why characters like Tiffany Haddish have fallen off of me. That's why Cookie, yes, she held this dude down. The story was that she went to jail for this guy, but Cookie was like always violent, and then he was toxic because they'd still be fucking. Bro, have you ever slept with women you're fighting with, bro? Do you know how toxic that shit is?
Damn, like physically.
I mean, like, you're not fighting physically, but like y'all just don't get along. But apparently y'all smash. And it's just some toxic, bro.
That's one thing I could never allow, maze. Chick kama huyo. I can't even, like, we don't even get to a point where the relationship is that toxic. Me, I'm the silent guy too. Give up until a chick gets it, like, nah. And they try to have this back and forth with you.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not saying I've been around, but I've realized I've dealt with a lot of that shit. A lot of women are liberating themselves, which is amazing and it's great, but I think to some extent media is making these women liberate themselves in a wrong way, in which, for the ladies listening, I don't necessarily have a right. Nowadays we have to be politically correct all the time. I don't have a right to tell you how to act. I don't have a right to expect how you should act.
So you basically just don't fuck with with Tiffany's bold persona.
I love Tiffany's bold persona, but the more characters she kept on getting, she just kept on being this super ghetto bitch that, and I feel like that's what they're making people think about Black and, to some extent Latino women. That Black and Latino women just bitch out of nowhere. Like you'll just be with your shorty. Like basically they're saying you're more likely to just get stabbed by a Black shorty because she finna trip over the bare minimum and she's just really gonna go nuts and she's gonna pull up and she's gonna be like, fuck you nigga, stab you. And
yeah, I get what you're saying, like, but yeah. I think you need Tiffany too. It's like movies at The Rock. People are saying this guy's just The Rock in a movie, like, and I play to the same character every time. It's just a tough guy, but I think it's the same thing at Tiffany, because Tiffany is just that ghetto chick every movie. Yeah, like.
You haven't felt like they make it worse and worse and worse each time?
No, like if I was seeing it with a lot of actresses, then maybe ningefeel.
Look at a shorty like Tiana Taylor. I personally first knew Tiana Taylor as an actor.
Oh, it's just the new album, by the way.
I haven't listened to it.
It's dope. Yeah.
This is about dope. But I knew Tiana Taylor as an actor before I knew her as a singer. Yes, she used to do ghetto roles. She used to be a ghetto chick.
What's that about Tiana Taylor? What's that?
I'm saying.
What's
that? Who this now listening?
Tiana, like another example of this ghetto chick.
No. I'm not saying her as another example. I'm saying first, I personally knew Tiana as an actor first before I knew her as a musician. Really? Yeah, honestly.
I knew her from the Kanye video.
I knew her from. I
probably knew her music, but sikumjua. So nilimwona in acting a role. Then that's when I really got to know her.
There's one Fajo record I knew her from. I just didn't know her name, and then later on is when I was like, oh, that's her.
An older one or my new one?
Yeah, an older Fajo record. I think it was called Balling.
Then the one with this Khalifa.
Yep.
That was Tiana Taylor.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
You see? I mean, that's how the game is. You never really know where someone comes from. But that's what I'm saying. So Tiana Taylor, I knew her first as this chick that plays ghetto roles. But she never got to the point where I feel like they've made Tiffany Haddish get to. Because I think they've made Tiffany Haddish super stereotypical Black woman ghetto. Like you see Issa Rae.
Depends on how you look at it.
Issa Rae's still a Black chick. She still does ghetto shit, But like Insecure,
I wouldn't know because I haven't watched Insecure yet. So
I've watched a few episodes.
Insecure's dope, man.
If you kick it with shorties enough, bro, you'll watch it. Bro. Your girl hasn't made you watch Insecure?
No, I was made to watch Money Heist instead.
Come on.
Damn, bro.
Oh, Dev, be honest. Let me ask you this about Money Heist. I want you to be honest. Does it have that telenovela vibe at all?
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
No. It doesn't give off that vibe. It doesn't give off that vibe.
At all.
It doesn't have. Have you watched Queen of the South?
Me?
Also, it's like Queen of the South.
No. So it's like a blend of Queen of the South. And it's like it's trying to be Queen of the South and
Queen of the South meets Prison
Break at the same time.
Maybe
like Queen of the South and Wanashika. These guys basically. So basically, this is the story.
No shoe. You actually put it correctly when you said it's just a dumber prison break.
Yeah. Basically, these guys do a money heist. They're successful, and by end of season 1, but season two starts with an issue that arose that made them had to break back into the same bank that they were successfully. Walikuwa wamepata do yao hata wameenda separate. But then the mastermind is just a geek. He's a guy that he doesn't necessarily participate. And then this dude falls in love with like the top agent that's trying to bust the people that did this money heist. So by season 3, that guy and this woman are in love. She has to quit her job.
Okay. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for people.
I'll give it a shot. Come
Don't
on.
spoil it for people.
Don't give it a shot, bro.
All right.
I think
I'm telling you,
so
you particularly ignore it. That's the reason I'm telling you, enjoy you watch it.
Okay.
I think I'll have to down the road because my girl watches it, man. Naipenda sana. So maybe the next season I'll have to watch it while she's
you know it's 4 seasons.
But I'll tell you this.
It's 4 seasons.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah, like but unajua ni Netflix. Unajua Netflix doesn't have like 20 episodes.
Yeah,
so
that's
the thing is
like
this.
Usually 10, 8 episodes. I can manage.
What I'll tell you is this. Ukianza kuiwatch, I don't know. Chances are utaendelea. You might not love it. You might not say that it's the best. But chances are it's one of those nika movie in Nigeria. Utaichukia.
Dude, I just said nenda kuiwatch and then nika movie ya Nigeria.
You guys haven't had that. You guys haven't had that experience.
Of watching
Nigeria.
No.
Unaichukia by the time unaendelea kuibe.
No, man.
Those are things I won't watch. I will not watch, and I will not sit there and watch a Nigeria movie. I will not sit there and watch a Bollywood movie for 3 hours. I will not.
Unajua how I'm saying sometimes you have to compromise because of your lady.
I see.
So Nigeria.
I drew the line. I drew the line.
She sometimes watches that, but yeah, anajua in my crib hizo vitu haziplay. Maybe she has to play cophone yake na earphones, but it's not playing.
You draw the line there.
No way.
No, Dave, reading between the lines, Dave. Harry has done some coyote shit. Harry amevukisha mtu border illegally.
Yeah, but he still doesn't. He still doesn't allow that. Even they won't allow that.
No way. Because on a job by then, I like a good story. I like a very. I like a very good story. Like it has to have some plot twists and darkness. I love some characters who stand out, and I don't see them at all. Nigeria movies at all.
From a Nigeria movie, you're scared to
Like, have you guys watched?
Nikama say like they all look like they've been acting for 5 months. Even the veterans.
Yeah. Have you guys watched The Spy?
The Spy, Melissa McCarthy.
Who? No, I can't.
This fat chick.
Not Melissa McCarthy. Okay, to be honest, let me not lie. I can't remember. No. Melissa McCarthy is that thick, the white. She's like the coolest.
Spy. Is the Spy with Jason Statham?
No, it's not a comedy. There's a show called
that's
The Spy.
The one I'm saying. Sasa Dev, Jason.
Yeah, The Spy was a movie. Watch it now.
You're saying here Batista.
There's a series called The Spy.
There's a series called The Spy. I'll share the link with you guys. I highly recommend it. It's really political. It's really serious. Another series I'll recommend is The Widow. Kani mekumbuka series mbili zenye niliwatch like from front to end. The Spy, I don't think it has even many episodes. I think it got Netflix. Just a few, maybe 6, 8 episodes. But wow, if you want to talk about well done shows, The Spy, apart from stuff that I'm calling nigga shit, like The Spy is not nigga shit. The Spy is really political, Arabian, and the war and shit like that. The Spy is an amazing series, and The Widow. The Widow is another amazing series I'd recommend. That's not on some nigga shit.
All right.
Other shows that I recommend that I really love are, of course, Modern Family.
I hope you guys who are listening are writing this shit down.
Yeah, you guys better be right. Hata za Kenya, kwanza kuna ingine inaitwa The Yard. I don't know if you guys have watched The Yard.
Hey,
Yeah,
plug.
By the way, we need to review The Yard hapa kwa podcast kumoja.
I will do that.
Well,
for sure,
I think I'll go finish it and then so that we can talk about it and talk
for
about
sure, man.
For real?
Film in Kenya, because we need to talk about
Si
film
juu
in
yako,
Kenya.
wacha kujisikia, si juu yako.
Hata watu wajini nini
Tuko na the
kwa
main
hapo.
star
Unachoma
in the...
picha. Mimi nacheza chini. Hata tujareveal.
It's a... It's a mini series. Ama there's another season coming. Sure.
Hey, but now why you?
To be honest, let me just say. To be honest, let me just say, inshallah, season 2 is coming. Before the COVID happened, unajua COVID really happened right when we do 10 episodes for season 1. So when we were supposed to do the 10th episode, we were supposed to do episode 10 na concert. And then Corona happened. So Corona really slowed down a few things for us. But I'd been talking to the producer. Akaniambia, yes, I should expect a season 2. But tumekuwa tu on the low for now. So let me not make any promises. Let me not make any final...
No. But
the last season, the last episode, sorry. The last episode that's on YouTube, it's like ina wrap up the season. Ama Corona ilifanya mniache hanging.
No. Ilifaa kwa 10 episodes. Season 1 ilikuwa 10 episodes.
Okay.
But story haijaisha, unajua. So, shida ni, unajua tu maneno yetu ya Kenya, budget. Maneno yetu ni budget.
Yeah.
So the producer is really doing his best to make sure he can facilitate season 2. Because season 1 cost an arm and a leg, man. It was my first time really being on set. I won't lie. People in film, guys who have been in it longer, like Nick and Brenda, I'm sure they know, like C. Racy. And it's not like there's necessarily, a big budget for these things. A lot of people thought, after we do series come here, you must be well. It's not necessarily like that. Taki kuchomea the industry kusamati watu hawataki kulipa, but hatujafika tu hapo hivyo Kenya yet.
Yeah, also I think I know how series work. Like you have to do the first one, and then the impacts, the sponsors will come, and then by season 2, 3, now you guys.
So you see us, we did the first one. We did episode 1 kwanza. Wakatuambia kilami mingi. Then we changed it again and we tried to add Swahili. So by the time we were doing it the second time, the producer was like, F it, we're gonna do the whole, season because I've scripted it all. So we did it on contract with the hopes of like sales and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get it commissioned as you had imagined, because we even got like a director who worked on a lot of local production.
Ezekiel Mutua is hating. Ezekiel Mutua is hating.
I don't know if it's Ezekiel, bro, but hey, for another episode, I'm gonna say some things about Mandem that I've heard, bro. I've heard some things. Ezekiel. So you better pay me before I speak for you.
Before we transition to the next thing, Shukid, tunakwambia sahi, if me and Harry do not get cameos in season 2, you're getting kicked off this podcast.
How is that, sir?
You're getting kicked off
you'll
this
just
podcast.
Kick me off and then I do NaiSai podcast account.
Hapana, utupatie cameos in season 2, bro.
I'll do my best, bro. Y'all know y'all the brodies. Tutafanya vile tuna. So unajua main actor hapa. Tutajaribu.
Hey, superstar.
Ati mastar kwa mat, mafans kwa bima. What did Nazizi say?
By the way, there's this page.
That's what he said.
There's this page you guys should follow on Twitter as we get into the funny stuff. It is at Ezekiel Mutua PhD. This is your daily reminder that Ezekiel Mutua redeemed his bonga points to secure his PhD.
So Ezekiel Mutua's PhD is 2 bonga points.
He redeemed it with bonga points, bro. That PhD is not real. It's not real. It's not real. But speaking of other funny shit.
So how many bonga points is a PhD? Hold up. I think other funny shit. Let's chill over here.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get me a PhD. You niggas are just trying to move fast. How many bonga points?
Basically, his PhD is fake.
You know, Lisa. Bonga points ngapi
Well,
nazoongea na my
that's not
family.
a bad thing then.
Labda ni bonga points ka like 1,000 just need like 1,000 bonga points.
So it's a PhD in what? What did Ezekiel
in what?
study?
Yeah, PhD in what? Nasemaje PhD?
By the way, you know the thing is, I don't think people know what his PhD is in. Sijui alianza kujiita Dr. Ezekiel Mutua lini.
What's with our Kenyan politicians and always adding doctor to their title? Msana as a soma to computer science. Aka people to doctor computer science. Like what the fuck is up with that? Why do people feel the DR is so important?
And yet it's
no
disrespect. I don't know Ruto's story, no disrespect him, but I saw some shit and then he also has the DR in front of his shit.
But
and I'm like, bro.
But Ruto's is in Sijui. Is it some agriculture
botany?
stuff?
Is it botany or some shit?
Botany, yeah. Some very obscure course.
So if you can plant some weed, you're a doctor.
Na computer science, bro. You can start preaching and add doctor in front of your name.
Yeah. I'm sure Pastor. I'm sure Pastor Mwangi. What's the name? I'm sure Pastor Nganga has doctor in front of his document.
Probably.
Almost all these big pastors, when I cut to doctor, like.
So apparently,
because they're spiritually healing, so maybe it counts.
So apparently, Mutua has a PhD in communication studies and an honorary doctorate in public administration.
Bruh. Nothing there says he knows he should have an idea of how music videos should look like.
My guy was just given this job. He was just given this job.
You can't have grown up in the 80s and 70s and then you skip a whole generation in 90s, early 2000s, 2010s, and then the late 2020s unaanza kuambia watu like how, dude,
imagine.
How come music videos are 10 years ago, 20 years ago? How do you know? Like,
Wakenya.
How do you think? What do you think the atmosphere is like when Ezekiel Mutua walks into a room and then Mutai Kagwe walks into a room? Like, is shit awkward?
When Mutai Kagwe walks into a room, I'm imagining it's very casual and relaxed.
No, I'm saying when he walks into the same room that Ezekiel Mutua is in. What happens if one day what's his name, Kahush decides to drop like a controversial record?
Ooh, good question.
Is that shit gonna get awkward? Are they gonna let it slide?
I think that's gonna get awkward. That's gonna get mad awkward. I think it's gonna get mad awkward. But we know that before that happens, Kahush he's going to drop some, hopefully with Chris Kaiga. So we're waiting for that to drop.
Well, I hear they have a record coming.
Yeah, apparently they have something in the works. So we're waiting for the streets is waiting. Speaking of other funny shit, the Don't Leave Me challenge. What do you guys think about it? Have you watched any of the clips?
Don't Leave Me challenge.
You haven't seen that shit?
I haven't.
Bro, you need to look for this challenge. This is one of the funniest viral things that have come out. So
you know its origin.
The origin apparently is from a Nigerian social media person, and then it just became viral like everywhere. But sadly, Americans kind of ruined it by putting on African accents.
Oh, and then it comes out racist.
So So what was the
not
don't
coming
leave
out
me
racist.
challenge
Not
basically?
Just
coming
comes
out
out funny, okay?
No, not coming out
Okay.
racist. Not coming out racist.
Uh.
Like they try to make it funny by like having. You see how even in movies, when Americans put on
Yeah.
African accents, it sounds mad awkward.
Oh yeah. So okay.
Yeah,
It just
yes.
came out funny. I thought maybe it came out weird.
No, it just comes out mad awkward. Mad awkward. So anyway,
so let me tell what
so
exactly happens in the don't leave me challenge? Like,
okay, let me
are
give
you
you
telling a
something.
boyfriend to not leave you?
Let me give you something. Uoneka utashika rada.
Mhm.
Cross the street wearing J's. Call that jaywalking.
Oh shit! Yeah. I saw. I've seen some of the. I saw King Bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Then I
man.
saw a few Kenyans doing it. Actually,
Yeah, man.
it was really funny.
Yeah, it is really funny. And then
I
Valerie
don't know. It's
Mudhoni,
called the don't leave me
Valerie
challenge.
Mudhoni actually summed it up nicely. Valerie actually summed it up nicely. She said, "The Don't
did
Leave
she
Me
say?
Challenge. The Don't Leave Me Challenge is basically Lil Wayne's entire discography."
How he writes his bars.
Fam,
Yeah.
Nilisha. Hapo
I
nilisha.
I got a cell in jail. Call that a cell phone.
Yeah. I started high with 2 O's, just like Ohio.
let's
Fam,
not lie. Like today,
Wheezy.
let me not lie, man. Today,
And the F
right
is
before,
for
right before we
The
did this,
F has been for so many things.
I've been watching the best of daylight. Bro, let me not lie. Some of these guys, yes, wanna bamba, but they say some fucking hilarious shit.
Daylight is funny, bro.
Here's my handle. Here's my snout. I'm a little
cheaper.
But then what he's saying after is so hard, it makes sense. Like rappers,
Yeah.
I think the best way to be a rapper is to master the art of kubebano ujinga. If you can master that art, oh my god, you're gonna fuck shit up. Wordplay.
In fact, there's even this. Let me know if you guys can hear this. This is what Harry sent me earlier.
Gun, bullets, the clip connects it. You try to run, I shoot you in your back where you're disconnected. Your soul, your body, they mind, I'm a disconnected. This life, the next life, disconnected.
Fam.
I can kind of hear it. I didn't catch everything. This life and the next life disconnected.
Yeah, he points a gun at the opponent, like disconnects it. Like it just breaks down the word disconnects it, like something they like to do.
Different ways.
Yeah,
but if you think I can consider it to Bebo Jinga. Think about it. Like, yes, we love it. And I'm not saying they're bad rappers. I'm not trying to say the shit that they say is garbage. But then it's out of the art of Bebo Jinga. Like, you think of a word. And that's why maybe sometimes I think I take so much time releasing my music. Because I realize there's other people that just think harder than the next person. They just think harder.
Wewe na Esther Don mko the same WhatsApp group.
It's the God. Unanijenga bana. That's a God.
Hey.
Yo. Yeah, you know
what's
how
a God to a king?
Shuna S wako in the same bracket. The editing process. These motherfuckers don't care about Kenyans at all. It's the
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, let me explain. Because you know, maybe as I said earlier in my writing process, I was in the same bracket per se with them. Like I'd write my rhymes in English, and then I'd make references. Then you're not a lot of Kenyans, Nairobians will get. Like it's the Don as an example, and as I can make reference to something in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like, and I rap and I spit like in a song that I put out as a single.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Hakuna mtu
dude.
atashika.
Na hakuna mtu
Dude, this is
atarada.
dope. This is
Watch
dope.
out, Lord
To
of the
me,
Rings.
this is dope. To you, it's dope,
Watch out,
but
Lord of the
telling you
Rings.
to
He'll
the
say
majority.
something. He'll say
Yeah.
something that you'll understand as even a Steven Spielberg's fan.
Exactly,
Hata Lord of the Rings ni broad.
Exactly. Like, bro, like, why are you referencing Steven Spielberg? Tena, it's not even like a big movie like
Siko
Jaws.
hapo,
Like,
bruh.
like,
Yeah.
no, you do shit like that, pia wewe. Nimekukatch something like, the shit, unarifai kitu, okay, sawa. Like, you.
Mate, as far as I'm...
So,
But
like, me
anyway.
nikikupatia like my rhyme book where, like, when I used to write like that, I have a lot of bars, maze. Nimezi cancel. Like, they didn't end up in the booth. Like, I wrote them, but ile recording daily for Fika was like, okay, this
Are you
reference here is
busy?
too American. Yeah. It's dope to me. Na najua kwa someone else who will get that, itakuwa dope. But nataka tu someone, msetu wa kawaida, I get everything I'm saying here. As I feel like he was left out here and there. Yes, the Don does a lot of that shit, man. You're like, yo,
Yes, the
these
Don does it
motherfuckers,
a lot.
we're gonna punchlines for, but these, what's our watch? I'm our reading this stuff. Una refer,
Yeah.
Just,
It's the Don definitely does it a lot. Me, nimekuwa tu that Kenyan do the raps in English. Me no naga
exactly. I'm like, alafu unajua the trick is what? I learned by myself.
Do you feel you're underrated?
Me?
Yeah, you should.
Me,
Shukid.
Me as Shukid. Let me not get into how I feel right now, because I feel a lot of things.
She feels like the goat, mother.
But I'm definitely like
underrated
up there in Kenyan K hip hop, bro.
You are.
A lot of people don't know me. It's the dynamics changed, bro. I don't have the... I'll admit something. I don't have the know-how of how these guys get these numbers. You see, that's the problem with the people in my generation of music. See, we were that transition between physical sales to digital sales.
Yeah, middle child.
We didn't master the art of the digital. Those are the people like the Callies who knew how to have the gimmicks. A lot of us, we don't have gimmicks. We just have real life and music. So when we don't know how to do that shit to get Vera's attention or to get Hood's attention, we get regular views and we have the same fans that we've always had. But these other people that know how to work the internet and, get attention from... I don't know how I'm going to get Jalango to listen to me. Unless I fucking sit down with Jalango.
The song, kuna song on my preview, like on IG. What I wanted to say there is, unaona the way umeanza incorporate swa just for a bar or two bars, and then fucking do that more. And that's not like, yo, sure, acha kurap ngoso. Not the same thing at all. Just have those swa bars like in almost every one of your verses. Because it comes out dope. Now, I think that's a trick for you to like reel in the Kenyan fans to make them. Because Najua, probably one of the biggest criticisms over the years, and umekuwa ukipata personally, I don't know about criticisms umekuwa ukiambiwa, but one might be just from a fan's perspective. Na ni the same thing pia Esa anaweza kuambiwa ni you sound too American.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
No, it's not that. It's not really that. It's that you told you too complex.
Exactly. They have to sugarcoat it. They can't say you sound too American. That's what they're saying actually. Because you're not spitting some kind of shit.
Basically you're detached. Exactly. So you're disconnected from us.
Exactly. But how kichapa hizo 3, 4, 5, 6 bars in SWA, they're like, oh, okay, niko na hii, okay, this is my guy here. Like, I feel like if they unajua fan wanataka ku get hii perspective, like if they met you, mnaweza mka hang out.
Yeah.
Like you relate to that motherfucker, like, yeah, I get what this guy is saying, and yeah. So I guess to counter here, you sound too complex, I'm too American. Just incorporate hizo bars. And boom, that's it. Because when you do that, usha automatically ushajiput kwa conversation na whoever is killing it, and they're maybe doing it in sharing.
Tunafaa could have a section in this podcast where we're dropping gems for rappers, because I'm sure that'll help a lot of us.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one going through that.
Exactly.
Dave MC mwenyewe ako ana drop EP niko sure it's full of English.
yeah, but I've been told I need more practice. So,
but I mean, it's gems at the end of the day, because we are the fans. At the end of the day, kabla tuko wasanii,
you must be a fan of it, Kwanza. Yeah.
Yes.
And
so
sometimes it's
we take it all in, man. Anyone else who's listening?
Yeah.
Because from a fan's perspective, now you can see the holes better now. Some of us hatuko too criticizing of ourselves, because you just know I'm good, and this should be the standard. This is the shit here. There's nothing msana kuniambia. Nobody's going to tell you rap like this. Speak rap about this, but they can definitely tell you, yo, if you do this here, it's a hit, like, yeah. So,
all right, gentlemen. Let's, as we're wrapping this up, let's get into some politics. First of all, we're gonna get into Kenya secured the one of the most powerful positions at the UN, by the UN's most powerful organ, which is the UN Security Council seat. We have that till 2022. We have joined it again for the third time after 23 years away from it. So that's a big up for, I guess, Kenyan relations as far as that goes. So, round of applause for that, for Kenya securing that seat. Then I wanted to find out from you guys what you think about Waiguru's impeachment, if you've been paying attention, and why women leaders were saying that it's wrong that you're impeaching one of our fellow women, blah blah blah.
Why was she impeached before I even speak on it?
No, she's not. She's actually going through the trial at the moment, the impeachment trial, like before the Senate decides, whether she is going to be impeached or she's going to be saved.
What did she do? She ain't qualified.
She's being accused of abuse of office and corruption. The same things that she was being accused of akiwa in the Ministry of Devolution na ile story ya NYS.
Okay, is this the same woman? I mean, alikuwa like all over the timeline today, like playing a game during a sitting.
Yeah, that's her.
Okay,
unbothered.
Inafaa impeached off that alone. So lazima nijue.
But now, what do you think about the story of when this thing started out and other women leaders were saying, "Oh, why are you going after a fellow woman?"
Man, I don't know what I can say on that. See, like the people impeaching her, putting her on trial for this, they have concrete reasons,
the reasons are just, abuse of office and corruption, corruption while being governor. And I only managed to catch...
females are like... And the other females are like...
Other female leaders.
It's going on amongst other people, right? You
like other female leaders were just like, like, why are you impeaching a fellow woman? So like, I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that. So you've said she should just be
speak on it. Remember you.
I haven't really the story, but as far as her impeachment goes, I think sasa ukiona alitoka stories za NYS and she was saved at that time, what makes us think that she won't be saved by the powers that be this time?
Oh man.
Waiguru may escape, so can she escape for the second time?
To be absolutely honest,
she looks comfortable. Comfortable and confident.
Alikuwa anacheza solitaire, bro. Alikuwa anacheza solitaire.
Exactly. It's like, let's wrap up this minion zangu. Like, she feels like she's okay and she will be okay. And she probably will be.
Like, she's already jacked the guala. She doesn't need the job. It's not like you need to get the job to continue jacking the
every
guala.
time she's trending with some negative shit,
So you think she should just be impeached outright?
The thing is,
everyone mwenye anafanya hiyo abuse of power probably.
Oh no. She's only if she gets impeached, she'll only be the, I think, second or third governor to be impeached. Na kuna wengine wako nyuma yake.
What makes you think they pick these? Because you see this entire process, if it's really about impeaching, I just read a story today. I don't know a politician from which country. I think it was European or Asian.
Yeah.
They're getting 11.2 years for corruption, right? So I'm just wondering, like, these processes of impeachment that have pretty much just started in Kenya. This is you've said the second or third, right?
Yeah, second or third governor. Waititu was the second.
They didn't like Waititu, so his impeachment was obvious. People claim Waiguru is, I don't want to be the one propagating the rumors and none, but you know what they're saying about Waiguru.
Yeah, so, we've had the rumors.
They're making it look
what
like
the rumors. Semeni jama,
We're not getting cancelled. We're not getting cancelled,
bro. I don't know if the president subscribes to our podcast, man. I want him to stay here.
No, so you guys are saying the rumors are. You're clearly saying,
tutakwambia off mic. Hatutaki stories.
Mtu impeached bana. Kama akona allegations kubwa mpaka they can't even be said on the podcast.
No,
I don't trust.
Being impeached or not, impeachment at a level. Impeachment at a level. Whether it will really
Harry. Sure. Just continue.
I'm saying being impeached, that's something we definitely all want here to Fiji. But whether it will really happen or whether it will really affect her life,
it remains to be seen.
As a solitaire and I'm maintained. I'll go fresh. She's Gucci, bro.
So you think there's no chance of her being impeached?
It's like when you're getting expelled from school, but you know your dad already got you another school. You're just like expelled.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, as in she might be impeached, but doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Harry, tumekutumia info, hebu angalia.
Naisoma.
We can't say that on the air.
Yeah.
We need Harry
we need proof.
Mgeni wako Harry
These Kenyan politicians wanna scroll too past shit yao.
Yeah, man. And it exists, man. But anyway, we're gonna see how it goes. But
speaking of corruption,
yeah.
Sure. Did you have to audition for the ad? Ama uliambiwa tu na director yuko ndani?
You're questioning the
someone unanyanyika mimi. I'm on your team.
Since we are on the topic.
But let me be real, man.
Bro. Umekujia superstar.
Audition for the ad.
No, you have to fight for the artists there. Unaweza pata 10 people walirauka 6 asubuhi, like for hii role kumbe sio anajua ako nayo tu.
Uzuri sisi ka captain. Natuko na audition fake.
Yeah, I'm still
the
mad about
director
that. But go on.
The director, when he wrote, according to him, when he wrote the script, because I'd met him before on another project, on a previous project. So according to him, when he was making the script, he had me in mind. So me and him called two for the role, and I was up for the task. By the time I was also getting on set, alikuwa amecall. So as I was telling you, like, the yard didn't necessarily have like a budget from the jump. So unajua pia auditions need budget, you need a space.
Yani shu ulipatia Baraka Jacuzzi cameo instead of me.
Sasa kwani mimi ni director tena? Mimi ni kwa director.
Acha tukaangalia hizo end credits vizuri. Kama akona more pull than he's claiming.
Utaona executive produced by Faisal.
Nini wa Kenya tu. Wa Kenya tu.
But thank you guys for listening to us. This has been another good episode.
Yo, hold up. Are we done already?
Yeah.
No.
Unless you had something. Unless you had something.
What you want to talk about?
Bro, J. Cole, Kendrick, No Name,
Fam.
Chris D'Elia. There's so much.
Fam. That one we need a guest to come on for that. And
I just want to know what y'all think.
The Chris D'Elia's is weird, Maza.
No, that one is very.
I can already picture the Netflix documentary, the HBO documentary.
No, that one.
After he's caught,
but
that would be a dope documentary.
As far
like having played and molested twice.
Gone? Do you think Chris D'Elia is gone?
He was never. Unajua yeye shida yake ni, you know, he was never as big of a Hollywood star.
That's true. That is true.
So I don't think sasa they'll cancel him as big of a Hollywood star. Si alifanya tu TV show for 3 seasons, and he was on Justin Bieber's roast. So that's about it.
No, I don't think. I think he's just big enough. He's also big enough to be cancelled.
Yeah.
The first person is like the first person
because no one has a podcast.
Yeah, but you know, unajua those big celebrities that unajua like their career can be ended just like that. Amefika hapo kweli?
I don't know.
Okay, you know, the first person
the cancel culture is real. The only defense I'm seeing people say is that according to Atizo, my screenshots.
He did sleep.
At least 18.
Yeah, grooming.
Okay, but hey, grooming is still some very weird stuff.
It's still dirty enough. And then good thing about his case, it may happen now with the quarantine and the lockdown and maybe investigators following up on this. Yeah.
One day on this podcast. One day on this podcast, we need to talk about grooming. Grooming is very weird.
But that shit is so dirty. Mpaka najua sponsors already washa pull out. Like,
yeah.
Sai maze kukua called out on such nasty stuff. Like, ni hivyo tu. It doesn't have to go down back up patikane like you slept with. Like, just screenshots you talking with 17, 16-year-olds now in your 30s.
Yeah, but you know,
behind you.
But you know what we should do? We should get somebody like Ecstatic on the next episode, and then we really get into this stuff, because I think she would be the perfect person.
Good extra voice.
Yeah, she'd be the perfect extra voice for that.
Moving on real quick from that, because me and Jaribu extend and you were
you trying to extend the podcast.
And I extend to Kiasi to my fans. I'm just out here trying to parlay. I'm trying to find out, bro. After watching after listening to J. Cole's song, after listening to white people want to cancel Kendrick, and after watching Dave Chappelle's documentary.
Did you listen to Wale's album?
Which one?
Wale dropped something
this week.
No, I haven't listened to that.
Yeah.
He dropped something this week.
He dropped something now based around like these kinds of topics.
So I haven't seen. what I want to ask you
I have
guys
like
is
4 or 5 albums just here. A lot of music in my drop.
I think Wale dropped. I think
today I've
apparently
listened to her.
I think
Today her dropped.
her dropped.
Her dropped
A song
not
or
today,
an
but
album?
she dropped I Can't Breathe. But what I want to ask
Yeah,
you guys,
Wale dropped an EP.
what I want to ask you guys, the question,
Mm.
the one that's really pressing me, the reason I've insisted on
Okay.
extending Kidogo is
Sure.
the question that's making me want to extend a little bit is cancel culture and how they're treating, let's say, particularly J. Cole and Kendrick as public figures. Yes, we know they're deep artists, or they've portrayed themselves as deep, but is society right for like trying to blame them for not being at the front line? Is it their responsibility? And if we look at the Kenyan scene, like Kenya is also going through some shit. If it were to call out anyone in Kenya, who would it be? Because today, for example, I've read a weird ass story on someone like Boniface Mwangi. Apparently, he's a plant. He's not really an activist as we think. He's just a plant. Apparently, he staged his own arrest. So I'm just wondering, should us as Kenyans also have those people that we should feel triggered for not being at the front line of some of the things we'd like to discuss at the moment? Is it fair to treat them like that?
You know,
Personally, I don't think
It's a
it is.
big no.
You know the thing is, people who are talking about Kendrick not showing up and Cole not showing up and even Uku locally, where were those people when Kendrick's discography had those kinds of songs, when J. Cole's discography also has those kinds of songs? Wale has talked about it, but it's like you have to be, out in the streets like with everyone else.
And the worst thing is, they actually were. They did go
J.
out
Cole
to the street.
J. Cole was and Kendrick was, but so I don't get why people are complaining. Especially Uko Maju. I'm wondering. So Kendrick, we've seen pictures of him with protesters. We've seen over the years, J. Cole has been outside with protesters. So what is their problem?
They've made the music. They've
made the music. Yeah, they've walked the walk. So what is the problem?
So, and
also, it's so weird expecting someone to be out right now with the corona thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just as agitated, but maybe they don't want to get the virus too. Also,
wanatafuta scapegoat,
especially in America, where like they've been hit almost the worst.
Bruh, we'll get into that next week. Trump is a goof.
I feel like Dave is right. That's why we need either someone like X or someone with a similar voice, because what I feel like is going on, especially with the internet, as much as we're trying to ask for this free world, the same people asking for this free world, they want the world to be only free as long as you're not opposing their opinion.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is happening. And I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to fight our sisters or nothing. You see, that's what I think. Because when I was listening, for example, to, I think Charlemagne was talking to this dude, I forget his name, Adam something. And pretty much what they highlighted was that these ladies were mad that J. Cole told a black woman to watch her tone. So actually the issue isn't that J. Cole was disagreeing or anything. It's that he told a black woman to watch her tone, which to me feels like we're getting to a point where we're living in a society where we can no longer have opposing opinions. It must be your opinion or not. And
it feels like that. It feels like that.
Yeah, the social media era, Maza.
I'm starting to get afraid because I'm realizing as young niggas, our voice is diminishing by the day.
That's a point.
You have a point.
Me, Dave, Harry, we cannot wake up and tweet whatever the fuck we want. It'll be scrutinized, it'll be looked at, and it'll be judged. And it could either be, it's like it'll be passed or it'll be flagged.
No, it's kind of true because
Yeah, it's funny.
whenever, sorry, Harry, but I
Yeah.
kind of notice it's true because whenever I sometimes post something, I notice like my followers drop. But then when I lay off for a while, nikama followers wanapunguka tena.
Mm.
They're shutting you down. Wanakusilence.
Like it's
The
like I
thing
get
is,
blocked.
sahi-
It's like I get blocked or people unfollow, and then when I keep quiet for a while, it's like they come back.
And it's
Opinions.
mostly with our sisters and the LGBTQT community. But like Cole said, and just like Dave Chappelle said,
Yeah.
we're kind of on the same side. But sometimes I think we're misunderstood. Heterosexuals and young niggas,
Yeah.
we get misunderstood by our sisters and the other communities because they don't think we're speaking one language.
Yeah.
So as a podcast, I
Mm.
know we're not going to get deep into it right now. You said we'll talk to it later. Hopefully we can get the appropriate guest.
Yeah.
Hopefully it could be X. But anyone else out there that's listening that feels like
Yeah.
they want to chime in, even if you're a dude and you feel like you belong in the societies we're speaking on, we don't discriminate. We're trying to parlay, we're trying to discuss, we're trying to figure out like how we can all come together to end this shit. Because police brutality is on, for example, the most common thing right now that everyone's facing is police brutality. That affects us all. They're not,
Yeah.
especially in Kenya, they're not killing more at this than that. Yes, home-based violence, that's a whole different topic. That's very sensitive that we still need to we still need to discuss. But
Yeah.
as far as societal issues are concerned, I think the listeners that we speak to need to understand that, like, yo, we're in the same team, man. We're fighting the same battle. Just bigane. Don't read in between my tweets without being able to discuss with me and reach common ground. Hata afadhali we kosana after we've talked na uone enyewe we're not speaking the same language. But to just wake up and be like, fuck that shit, he's gone. I think
Yeah,
that's what
nowadays
we're
it's
going
like you
wrong with
can't.
people.
It's like you can't really have an opinion of your own. You can't be in the
Or
middle of
or
things. It's like
your opinion has to be measured.
yeah, it's like you just have to be either for or against. Like you can't be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Can't be
So
somewhere in the middle.
yeah, okay, in the middle, you might be misunderstood for one or another. So
Yeah,
things are funny nowadays, even with music,
it's really
just
crazy.
basically with everything.
Yeah.
Whoever thought black community would be trying to cancel Cole and Kendrick? Whoever thought
That
that,
was a
bro?
weird morning. I had to see a couple of
That was
tweets to
that was very
to
weird.
understand,
That was
like
very weird.
J.
That
Cole.
means,
J. Cole is
you know, that
being
makes me
bashed.
feel like if we had internet a few years ago, even Lupe Fiasco's going through it. If you follow Lupe, because of his own
Yeah.
beliefs, Lupe just believes in what he believes in. Niggas don't fuck with it. I feel like if we had internet as strong as we had years ago, niggas would even try canceling a kind of most deaf and a kind of Talib Kweli just because you're not agreeing on something. And it's like, come on, man. We can't really live like that when we have a common enemy. For example, as Kenyans,
Just imagine if there was Twitter in the 90s, bro.
imagine
The Ice Cubes and the
they'd be
Snoop Dogs.
canceled.
Oh man.
As Kenyans, even before we look into
Yeah.
that Black American shit, as Kenyans, what we need to understand is our common enemy are these people that we perpetrate as our leaders. That's our common enemy, not me and you. Me and you,
Yeah.
we need to create one voice so
Yeah.
we can be able to reason hard enough to make sure we elect proper people. So for the people listening, we are not enemies. We're friends. We need to talk together so we can get good legislature and get good leadership and shit like that and good governance. So this cancel culture where you want to cancel the next person that we're reducing our battalion day by day, and these guys that sit on these seats that determine how the country is run, they just chilling. So we need to fight less. I really think we really need to fight less. That's the discussion I want us to
They're
have.
chilling.
That's
They're
it.
chilling and they know each other.
And they know each other. we've just seen Waiguru fucking playing solitaire during her impeachment. She's Gucci, ako sawa.
Yeah.
She might not necessarily go back into government, but she probably has like a job position some or a business. I don't know. So me, you, us, the common people, man, we're the ones who are supposed to get together, my niggas. Let's parlay. Let's talk. Everyone else who feels like you want to say something, we keep on asking y'all for comments every week. Please comment. Please talk to us, people, man. Holla at us. We out here. We wanna, we wanna know what y'all think. We want y'all to know what we think, and hopefully we don't get into a fiasco. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's me and you against them.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to us. Till next episode, please stay safe, sanitize, stay home.
Sanitize.
Stay home if you can.
Curfew, mate. What else?
Yeah, people don't care anymore. So, but anyway, yeah. Just do your thing, but remember,
be safe,
remember to be safe and sanitize. Till next time, peace.
Hit subscribe, follow us, all these pages. That's it.
Yeah.